What's up? It's Dip 45. Uh, my name is Ed, and anyway, back here for another video. Um, so today we're going to be doing a dip review, um, and I hope from now on that the dip reviews are going to be a whole lot better. And the reason for that is in the past my dip reviews were very choppy and not very consistent the on the review aspect of it. They were uh, like some I would leave some things off or forget some things in some videos, um, and then I remember some things in some videos and then forget those uh, and there were some not some things in that video and there's some different things in other videos and they're just very choppy. Okay. So anyway, I sat down and I made a list of um, what of everything that I could think of that should be in a video, and I made a list of 10 things that I think should be reviewed um, in the review. Um, and so anyway, I have that list, and I will have that list with me um, every time I sit down to make a review. Um, so anyway, um, today we're going to be reviewing TimberWolf Straight long cut. So anyway, I have so much stuff to review, and I'll probably do re-review some other stuff that uh, that I reviewed before and deleted those videos. Um, and I'm not going to re-upload old videos because the videos are honestly, some of them are shit. Actually, a lot of them are shit. So, um, I am going to just, I still have, um, especially with the reviews, I only took like one or two pinches out of the can, so I still have most of the can. So I can just re-upload the video. Um, so anyway, I just popped that can, um, and I know I'm probably gonna get shit for cracking it with a knife, but that's the way I prefer to do it. Um, I mean, I can't do it with my fingernail. It's a lot of people do that. You can do it with a quarter. You can do it with a can opener. Um, there's a lot of ways to do it, but that's what I choose to do. So anyway, um, if you don't like it, tough shit. That's what I choose to do. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, presentation of the can is the first thing on the list. So I like this. It's not a bad can. It is all plastic. So there's the front of the can. Obviously the back's not really that interesting. You can see I already cracked it, and I'm not going to line it up. But it's all right. This says new darker blend. So I never had the TimberWolf original before they got that new darker blend on there. So I'm not sure what that's all about. I'm assuming it's going to be similar to what Grizzlies recently come out with. Yeah, the new darker blend has been out for TimberWolf has been out for a while now, but I'm assuming that then it's going to be kind of similar, or Grizzly kind of copied what they did with making their, with Grizzlies, they've kind of dialed it back and made their darker blend um, with the ones that they did the darker blend on. They made it mellower versions of their other ones. So I'm assuming that TimberWolf kind of did that with already, or that's what this is a mellower version of the original one. Um, but we'll uh, take a pinch and find out. So anyway, presentation of the can was number one, and I did. The presentation is all right. Um, we'll pack it and take a pinch and find out. So packability is number two on the list. Um, I tend to pack a little bit longer than most people. Give it a couple extra packs or whatever. I really don't care what you think about that. But yeah, I pack a little bit longer than everybody else. So anyway, moisture is number three. I'm feeling it right now. It's moist, but you can tell it's starting to dry out. This is an older can. So we'll look at the date here in a second. I should have done that earlier. But get a little bit more. But yeah. The date, it's one of those hard to read labels, but uh, would be, if I'm reading this correctly, it would be April 2nd of this year. And it is currently September, the end of September. So it is expired. However, it's been in my dip fridge since when this can was still good, which was like Marchish, something like that. So hold on one second. One more. I've not had straight in a while. So yeah. Next on the list. Packability, pinchability. Pinch. It was alright. TimberWolf seems to be a little more finer cut. And so it does seem to be a fine cut, even though it does say long cut on it. It's a more fine cut in the dip world. You can't really tell in the video, but I mean, kind of like um, clothes, shoes, socks, all that kind of stuff. Um, just because one brand says it's a medium and another brand says it's a medium, or you know, a size 12 or a size 10 or whatever. Um, it's going to vary a little bit in the brands. So just because it says it's a long cut doesn't mean it's going to be a long cut, or doesn't mean it's going to be the same length as another one. Um, this is definitely finer than, um, say, Copenhagen or even like Grizzly and Skull, three big ones. Um, those three are their long cuts are much longer than this. This is a finer long cut, I guess you could say. Um, so there's that. Um, but it did pinch decent. Um, formability. Um, formability would be how it forms in your mouth. Um, formability. There are some stringers, but it is, as a whole, it is clumping nicely in my lip. Um, it's kind of off to the side. It's going to be hard to do this, but let me see if I can do this here. Um, yeah. I don't know if you can see it, but it does clump nicely, but you are going to get some stringers. Um, taste, you can tell it's a straight. If you've ever had straight's a unique taste. Um, the um, it's an acquired taste, I guess you could say. Um, people that like fruity dips or even flavored in general, um, wintergreens, mints, that kind of stuff, probably are not going to like this right off the bat anyway. Um, are not going to like straights right off the bat. Um, straights are an acquired taste. Um, they're how I describe a straight is it's a natural dip trying to be a flavored dip. Um, it's an acquired taste. There's really nothing like it. Um, it's almost it's like a sweet cinnamon almost. Um, this one doesn't really have that as much cinnamony taste as other straights, but you can tell it is a straight. Lastability is number 7 on my list. Um, that I would say lastability. I mean, I've had it in for a good 10 plus minutes now. Um, it's still got its flavor. Do I think it will hold for a long time? Probably. It's probably not going to stand up as long. or to some of the bigger brands, but I would say I could keep this in maybe another 10 minutes or so, but I don't think I could keep it in longer than that. Um, so there's that. Number 8 is my personal rating on this. Um, I would say um, uh, oh, and one more thing with the taste. And maybe that's something I should add in here as well. I will refine this list as I keep going. And maybe this is a number 11 thing. Um, is the burn. There is really no burn with this. Um, some straights do have a burn, but as a general rule of thumb, straights really don't have a burn. Um, and this one does not. Um, but yeah. Um, my personal rating on this, I would give it a 5. Um, a final rating, or what I call the final rating, or like the generalized rating. Um, I would give it maybe a 6. Um, a 5 or a 6. The reason I have 2 ratings on here is because my personal opinion on some dips is going to vary. Um, Obviously, with this, not a big difference. But like some dips, I really don't like personally, but they are good dips. This I don't think is that big of a winner as a whole, and I don't really like it um, either. But sometimes you'll see those ratings be very different. I might give a dip a 4 on a personal rating and a 9 on an overall rating. Um, so, but this one, 5 personal and a 5 or a 6 on the overall rating. Um, the the 10th thing is what I call the intended market, or who I think they're targeting with this, or who I think would buy this, um, or should buy this or whatever. Not me. I would not buy this again. Um, just because I enjoy a good straight every now and then, um, but but not um, not every day, and definitely not this one. Um, the intended market, I would say, would be someone who likes straights but is on a budget, or can't afford a good straight all the time. Um, that would be what I would that is who I think would buy this. Um, when they can't afford a good straight. A good straight. Personally, when I buy straights, um, it used to be Copenhagen. Um, I and I still would buy Copenhagen straight, um, but I personally um, and I've expressed this in other videos, my everyday and what I buy, or what I like to buy, is the new Tough Guy line. And they have what they call cinnamon, which is not exactly a straight, but it's kind of their spin, or their version of a straight. Um, and I would buy that over Copenhagen now, but um, I think that somebody on a budget would buy this um, if they can't afford one of the, I guess, higher end straights. So that kind of wraps up my review on this. Um, yeah, I know I'm kind of long-winded. Um, I'm sorry for that. If you want shorter videos, um, let me know and I'll try to make them shorter. But as of right now, I'm trying to keep them around that 20-minute mark. That seems to be a good shot for me. But if you're getting bored, um, sometimes skipping through the video is the best way. Sometimes there's things in the later part of the video that's uh, better. If I'm just rambling, um, the whole video is not rambling. Um, so I'll get off on a tangent and I'll start rambling, and then I'll get back on where I was. So if I start rambling and you're getting bored, skip ahead a little bit, and then back up to where I stopped rambling and got back on track or whatever. Um, but anyway, I'm going to sign out. So, dip 45 out. Dip strong. Keep packing. Catch you on the dip side. Dip 45 out. Wrapping up this review. Catch you guys on the dip side. And see you later.